Hey folks, Al Puglisi Trains. I want to talk a little bit today about the use of mirrors on a model railroad. We might have touched base on this in some previous sections, but you can use mirrors, and you want to use good quality mirrors. You don't want to use something cheap. You want to get a really good optical quality mirror. You can place them at different angles on your layout for optical illusions. Here on Howard Zane's layout, there's a coal tower, and you would think, wow, there's two coal towers. No, there's one coal tower. The second coal tower you see is a reflection in the mirror. And John Allen, which is one of the founders, one of the best modelers that I've ever read about or seen in magazines, did an intense article back in the late 60s, early 70s in Model Railroader, talking about how he used 8 or 9 different mirrors on his layout to achieve much larger size and optical illusions. And we'll talk about that one day in a future episode on the channel. But today I just wanted to show you a little bit about mirrors. Now, I'm looking at this at about a 30 or 40 degree angle. And you turn to a 90 degree angle and I've got scenery in front of me. One of the interesting things here is to remember is when you do use mirrors, do it so you don't see yourself in the mirror. If you see yourself in the mirror, you've kind of failed. You want to place the mirror at an angle so people that look at the object, that are staring at the layout, don't see themselves in the mirror. Let me show you another interesting point. See that water tank in front of us? Well, there's 2 of them, but there's not 2 of them. There's 1 of them. The mirror doubles the size and gives you the optical illusion that there's another 2 or 3 feet of layout space, when in reality, we're about 18 inches away from that mirror. And again, you do not see me reflected in the mirror. So this is a really good example of how to use mirrors. So let's take a look at another. Here's another spot on the layout I wanted you guys to look at. We've looked at this before in prior episodes. See this mine, this coal mine with all these coal cars sitting under it? Well, there's a second mine down the track. There isn't a second mine down the track. It's a mirror. Here's another example of a mirror, again placed where you can't see my reflection. I'm looking at the mine. I think this is called Lost Mine. I may be mistaken. And you see a string of coal cars, 3 sidings, 3 strings of coal cars. Well, you look down the scene, you see more coal cars. But those coal cars down there are a reflection of the coal cars that I'm looking at. So this is another perfect example of how one can use a mirror to gain a much larger perspective on a model railroad. Again, a lot of times you have to play around with different angles, with different scenarios, and in a later episode we will talk more about the John Allen article. In the meantime, if you'd like to find the article, you might be able to Google the use of mirrors on model railroads, and you can find some additional information. If you like what you see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to support the channel to see more video, I'll have a membership available shortly, so that if you choose to help support the channel, I'll have a means to do so. Thanks so much for watching.